Hey there, thanks for joining me. If you're new, this is a behind the scenes or kind of like an audio diary of my Watch Me Build a Business series where I talk about building a business. I am building a podcast agency where I help creators and entrepreneurs build impactful podcasts sustainably. Thanks for coming along on the journey.
Hello, so Remy from the future here. I am going back in time because these episodes are not in real time. It is currently December 1st, 2024, and I wanted to announce that the website is now up and running. When you listen to this episode, you will find out some of the issues that I was having with the website and even some other episodes that are coming. I still talked about going back and forth with my lead generation system, but I now have that up and running, and you can check it out at Celaville.com. Celaville is SELAHVILLE.com, and that's the name of the company, Celaville Creative. So I will leave the link in the show notes. If you're interested in that, you can check it out, and that is where everything about the business now sits. And all right, thank you so much for listening, and let us get to the episode.
Boom boom car. Boom boom car.
Vroom vroom car. Vroom vroom car. Okay. All right. Hi guys. This morning has been quite busy for me. Today is a Tuesday. It's currently 9:04 a.m. I dropped my mom off. I dropped my son at school, at daycare. And I'm trying to head home now so I can get some work done. I have a podcast interview today at 3 p.m. And because I slept at 2 a.m. yesterday, trying to figure out my website, Google Workspace, I had more issues with it. Something broke somewhere. I stopped receiving emails through Google. And then I haven't been able to point my domain, which I've had for a long time, to my new website. So that has been a headache. I haven't been able to announce the website and or at least, get it available so people can start checking it out or whatever. I haven't been able to do that. So I spent a lot of time trying to work on that yesterday night. I went to bed at 2 a.m. I am tired, but I think I'm going to have to get some sleep, even if it's just an hour or two, this morning or early afternoon, whatever, before I get on my podcast interview at 3 p.m. and then have to get out and go pick up everyone from where I dropped them off this morning. So, good stuff. So one thing I haven't always prioritized, and I was always thinking about the cost. I was thinking about if is it going to be worth it, was really getting help from maybe like a coach or a mentor or something. And, when you feel like, you are in a position where you cannot afford certain things, you just assume I'm not going to be able to do that right now. But one thing I'm learning is, I think it was Abidare, the New York Times bestselling author, who said this on my podcast. She said, you cannot perform at an optimal level if you do not invest in yourself. And essentially, investing in yourself requires outside input. It requires somebody to teach you something. It requires somebody to show you another way, a better way, a more efficient, effective way of doing things. And that kind of input is going to come because you pay for it. Nobody has the time to just help you 100% with that's their dime. They have to take care of their own lives too. So you have to learn, and it'll require that you pay for things. And I know my friend talked to me about this one time, it's not like I don't want to do it, but maybe I haven't just found that. I don't know. I was looking for excuses, but I realized that I had to invest in myself. So this year I've done a lot of that. I have paid people to get on mentorships. I have done paid challenges. A few weeks ago, I just completed the 5-day challenge with Omar El Katori, and that was really helpful. It was like a content personal branding challenge, and that was really helpful, and it made me realize that I have a lot of limiting beliefs when it comes to business and how I show up, or what is even possible for me as especially somebody who is an introvert, somebody who is very private, somebody who doesn't know how to be loud and be out there, so to speak. These things don't come naturally to me, but I realize that there's certain things you have to do, certain ways you have to approach your business if you really want to get out of the rut, out of the nothing is happening, hamster wheel, I'm doing the best I can but I'm going nowhere kind of situation. You have to be able to think outside of the box, and I really needed that, and I've done a lot of that this year, and thankfully all of those hopefully are things that I'll be able to write off as business expenses, education, for business and all of that. But it's been an experience, it's been a journey, and I'm still on it. I'm actually just at the beginning, and I'm trying to figure it out. But I am very intentional now about saying, how can I grow? How can I invest in myself so that I can charge what I'm worth? One thing Omar said on one of those calls is, if you haven't paid a particular amount of money to get knowledge, to get insight, wisdom, to work with somebody who will show you the way, you are not going to feel comfortable charging somebody that same amount of money. It's not going to work. Like, if you've never invested $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in something to grow your business, to grow your mindset, to grow all of that, it's going to be hard for you to tell somebody, pay me $5,000 or $10,000 to, do something for them. So yeah, that's really been a big thing that I've been thinking about. Like, I need to invest in myself, and I've done a lot of that. So and I keep doing that, and I have to keep doing that, because there's always a higher level as you go and grow and improve. So yeah, invested in myself.
I did.
You did? So I have to figure out a way to market the business, to promote the business, to get people to know about the business. And that is one huge part. I mean, if you have a business and nobody knows about it, or you're not like constantly marketing and putting it out there, nobody's going to know about it, and nobody will, kind of like be knocking on your door to work with you. So I have to create my marketing channels properly. One thing I want to do now is I want to intentionally create content around podcasting for business. And along with everything else I have to do, it is just a lot. So I'm going to have to outsource some of these tasks to people who do this, right? So what I want to do now is I need to, and I think I talked about this the last time, I need to update my LinkedIn page so that it's professional, and I need to sort of reintroduce myself to my audience, so to speak, and maybe create a business page for the business, and then start doing some very intentional content marketing, both like from a personal first person perspective, but also from like an industry professional content that people will find useful, because my target audience is both creators, like independent creators, entrepreneurs, and maybe businesses, right? But I really want to focus on individuals, not businesses. I want to focus on individuals, but it could be individuals who are in business, maybe who work in corporate, who, already have like an established career, and then they want to build their personal brand
through podcasting. So that I'm excited about doing. So I need to sort of present that in a professional way, in a way that people can resonate with it, in a way that kind of draws people in and makes it kind of simple to understand. So not like too much jargon, obviously, but just very simple ways to understand how podcasting can help your business, your career, help you build your personal brand, and all of that. So I am going to get on Upwork to find people to help me do that. And that's what I'm doing today.
Sometimes revenue doesn't actually make itself clear until you start. So an example, if you're a photographer and you think you're going to make your money charging by the hour for your photography skills, you're probably limiting yourself, right? So you're probably better off initially taking pictures of things you love and putting them up online and seeing if people would buy them, seeing if people would license the pictures, experimenting with revenue models and seeing what sticks. Sure, maybe people will book you by the hour, but why would you start off with a revenue model that limits yourself? So I think when building a business, the thing to really think about is not necessarily revenue, but experimenting with different ways to make money from the thing that you are doing.
Okay, so I listened to this YouTube video by Simon Squibb. Apparently, he's some very good businessman who's been in business for over 30 years, and he was sharing just a lot of wisdom on building a business and all of that. I will leave the link to the YouTube video in the show notes, but it really kind of spoke to me. It's really long and I haven't even finished it, but I wanted to share this part because it's just making me think. Because when you are starting a business, you have an idea in your mind about how you want to make money from it. But I love his idea of being open and experimenting with just out of the box ways of actually making money and getting revenue from your business. Like we all think we know, like, oh, the revenue model is you're going to do the work. I mean, it's an agency I'm building, so you're going to do the work and clients are going to pay you either like on a one-off basis or a retainer basis, but who knows, right? What other options are out there. So just remaining open, even though it's not clear to me right now how it could be different, but I'm taking that advice and just remaining open to see how the revenue model could develop into something that's different from what I'm even thinking right now. All right. Lots to think about. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. I really appreciate it. And sharing these bits and pieces of information with you kind of makes it feel less lonely. Trying to build something from scratch that I've never done before. So I'm really thankful that you listen. Let me know what you like about these behind the scenes, what you might want to hear. If you have any questions, specific questions for me about the business, the behind the scenes and laying the groundwork, or if you have any ideas for me, I'd really love to hear it. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.